That is what I find critically interesting in this. Emefiele, on his part, credit to him, he's been able to put some holes in Obaze's investigation. Remember at the Anchor's chart, I said, Obaze is a private investigator being paid by President Muhammad Buhari, Tinubu, who had problems because Emefiele said, according to Emefiele, that whatever Emefiele was doing was to make sure he doesn't become a president. And he said this on several occasions.
Absolutely.
That's the point. If you put that side by side and ask yourself, we heard President Buhari on several occasions said, I authorized it.
When the Minister of Finance came up and said she's not aware.
So now, this is an information, I don't know who this Obaze person is, but this particular one is information that is on public domain that we all should know about, we all know about. How do you now include that in as part of your investigative report? How exactly should we now believe that Boss Mustafa and Emefiele have these 593 accounts across the world? Over to you, Kingsley.
Well, first of all, you know, it's interesting to know that Jim Obaze said there's real evidence.
CCTV
footage showing how funds were moved by Mr. Godwin Emefiele and, of course, Boss Mustafa. That's one angle to the story.
Yeah.
The second question I want to really ask is, what empowers Jim Obaze's report? Where can it really hold? You know, and back to the earlier question I asked, why is certain Jim Obaze carrying out investigations on behalf of the federal government of Nigeria when Nigeria already has such institutions as to carry out this investigation? I mean, is it not the same EFCC that indicted their own boss?
Okay, over to you,
two bosses. So why can they now not be able to carry out an effective investigation of this magnitude? You know, and one thing that's also notable is Godwin Emefiele says my lawyers are going to court. Boss Mustafa says I am not aware. Then finally, can former President Muhammad Buhari be like Obasanjo and come out and say, I authorized it, I'm aware of this, but I'm not aware of this? Where do we stand in all of these issues raised?
You see, asking Jim Obaze to do an investigation is a red flag, number one. And number two, it also shows that the president doesn't have confidence in the investigation capabilities of EFCC, ICPC, the police, and DSS. Short and simple. And so if you don't have confidence, sack all those that are there and replace them with people that you think are competent. Maybe you should employ Jim Obaze as the EFCC DG, so that we now know that, yes, because you must use the institutions that are constitutionally recognized to carry out this kind of investigations. If you're engaging Jim Obaze as a private person, then maybe that is more or less like go and corroborate or go and reconfirm what the institutions have done, and that should be private. It shouldn't be a public thing, because as a public thing, any of these people have the right to sue this Jim Obaze of a man for defamation. Now, going forward, I think that there's been too much personal interest involved in these investigations. I mean, we have had investigations in the past, and they just come up, make so much noise, and then it just goes quiet. And I think that there has to be a paradigm shift from this approach in governance. We have Auditor General in this country, and in the various the institutions, in various units, they also have auditors and accountants. Why are we not having an annual review of budgets so as to mitigate these humongous scandals on on volume of cash that are being withdrawn and all that? I mean, we need to have a complete paradigm shift and change this narrative, because it's all waste of scarce resources, and all the efforts in going round and round like this, still the same scarce resources being wasted.
So do you think anything is going to come out of this, or that from
this? Is the end of the matter.
All right.